So it's time for another video on the channel today. It is an Everton transfer news and rumours. Now, after Everton staying up with that Decore thunderbolt against Bournemouth, you know, a lot of speculation has took place. You know, you've seen all over Twitter, you know, you've seen people reporting things and stuff like that, deleted tweets. There's a lot of things to discuss in today's video. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe and tap that bell for more notifications. And let's get into this video. So the first thing I am going to start today is a little quick roundup. So it's some of the stuff that's already took place and already happened. So Niels Nkunku's gone to St Etienne for £2 million, which has been confirmed. It's around £2.5 million. Asmir Begovic and Yerry Mina are set to depart Everton, becoming free agents after the contracts have expired. Conor Cody's returned to Wolves after his loan spell after Everton decided not to exercise that £4.5 million deal. And Ruben Vinagre has returned to Sporting Lisbon after his loan spell as well. So, there's just, with that quick roundup, I am going to specify on one thing. Conor Cody. How has Everton not took the option and to exercise that deal for Conor Cody? £4.5 million. Not just that though, he's English. Anything to do with English players within the Premier League, it's crazy. Because English teams require homegrown talent. Like, look at Man City, they had to sign Scott Carson just to have homegrown talent. So why have we not took the exercise on that deal to sign Conor Cody, who's A, leader, B, experienced, and C, English? Makes no sense to me. But you've got to trust the process, and you've got to trust in Sean Dyche and his plans moving forward. So it has been reported that Tottenham Hotspur have made an approach for goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, with Hugo Lloris falling out of favour and destined to departure at the end of his contract, which is reported by Steve Kay, a freelance journalist. And I'm going to put my thoughts on this and say, listen, if you want Jordan Pickford, it's 100 mil or nothing. You can either pay 100 mil or you can leg it, mate, and that's as far as I'm going to go for that. Newcastle are said to be monitoring the availability of midfielder Amadou Onana, which is reported by Mark Douglas, who was a Northern football correspondent. And my issue is, you can take Onana if you want, but to Newcastle are going to have to pay a bit more money in terms of selling, you know, buying Amadou Onana from us. In terms of how I feel, Onana to me is just a cheerleader most times. He's probably not in terms of what you class as an Everton footballer. And we just want someone to put in the hard work. He has had his glimpses where he's shown, you know, that he can put in the hard work. But that Bournemouth game in general, and he was calling it the last dance and things like that. For me, I think he's going anyway. It just depends who he's it to. But you seen the Bournemouth game, he couldn't even win a header, mate. And he's like 6'5" and you can't win a header. It's a joke. For me, I'd be happy to see the back of Amadou Onana, but he's young as well, so you've got to get a good fee for him and make it the right business and not have us getting legged everywhere by a team going, but we're only paying 15 million for him now. I want 40 million for Onana if it was any other team and 50 million if it's Newcastle. Everton was linked with Roma striker Tammy Abraham, but Tammy Abraham has suffered an ACL injury in AS Roma's 2-1 win over Spezia. Now, I've seen a lot of reports over the Tammy Abraham transfer, well, the speculations of it. And for me, he would have been a good transfer, but obviously having an ACL injury now, you're not going to see that. That's fallen through, definitely fallen through in terms of what's going forward and things like that. But yeah, let me know on your thoughts on the Tammy Abraham one. Everton are also linked with Udinese striker Beto and soon-to-be free agent Moussa Dembele, who was last seen at Lyon. So we are going to start with Beto, who... It's now the first of Everton's reportings, apart from Tammy Abraham, but he is a 6'4" striker of Udinese. He's 25 years of age, 10 goals and 34 appearances in all competitions, but all 10 goals have come within the Serie A. Is he a Sean Dyche type player? Most probably, you know, you probably see that happening. Someone to flick on the head. Would that mean Dominic Calvert-Lewin would either feature as a backup striker or just leave Everton altogether? I don't know. But moving on into Moussa Dembele. 3 goals and 28 appearances. All 3 goals have come within Ligue 1, within 23 appearances of him playing within Ligue 1. The other 5 appearances with the Coupe de France, where he's registered 1 assist. For me, his injury record speaks volumes, and you've got to look at that, and you've got to look at the highs and the lows of every transfer. Now, I'm going to go back as far as 18, 19, well 16, 17 actually. He had thigh problems which kept him out for 42 days. Then back in 18-19, he had more thigh problems, which kept him out for 25 days. Then he's had fitness issues in 2021. Then 22-23, which is this season just gone, he's had 2 sets of injuries with a strain in the thigh and skeletal muscles, which have kept him off for 21 days and 15 days. So, if you want to look at his injury record, it probably spans very long. And for me, Moussa Dembele, especially with seeing Calvert-Lewin injured all the time, and, you know, Yerry Mina, when he was with us before he's obviously left, you know, he was injured all the time. Very good players, by the way. But, for me, I wouldn't take Moussa Dembele. Beto, though, on the other hand, would be an option that I'd like to see, to be honest. You know, I'd probably, statistically wise, you're probably speaking volumes from Beto. But it is what it is on that one, and, you know, you've got to see the options being exercised. You know, but Beto, for me, I'd give a thumbs up on that deal with it. I'd say about 10 million, 9 million, 8 million maybe. Nothing probably more than that, because obviously our financial troubles as well. But Moussa Dembele for me is probably it's a no-go, unfortunately. I wouldn't take him. But yeah, let me know on your thoughts on that in the comments section down below, and we'll move on into another incoming within Everton Football Club that's been rumoured. Everton have been favourites, or they're brought to be favourites anyway, to sign midfielder Kieran Dewsbury-Hall from Leicester City, as Leicester City have dropped to the Championship after facing relegation. Yeah, I mean, the Dewsbury-Hall deal is good. You know, injury record's clean. You know, 34 appearances in all competitions, 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 yellow cards, 1 red card. He can play DM, CM, attacking midfield, so defensive midfield, centre midfield, attacking midfield. He even played centre forward once, which is a bit bizarre. So he's a very versatile player, you know, in that midfield. And for me, his work rate is also next to none as well. So he's probably a midfielder that I'd like to see come into Everton and, you know, revitalise that midfield. I think Sean Dyche is probably going to aim to play a 4-3-3 next season within the transfer news and rumours. A lot explains it anyway. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, and let's move on into a very controversial incoming that's been rumoured, because there's a lot of things to it. So this next incoming is a very controversial one, and this shows why you shouldn't really take statistics into what you need to take statistics in for. Now, Alan Myers has stated that his understanding is that Walt Weghorst is not on Everton's list of targets. Right. But Fabrizio Romano has said that Everton are keen on striker Walt Weghorst, and the price tag is to be likely around £10 million. Now, Walt Weghorst has just been at United on loan, he's been at Besiktas on loan, but he's back at Burnley. So is it just a rumour to deal with the fact that it's a Burnley player that's been under Dyche, if he has played under Dyche? Now, let me take this statistically, you know, and show you why statistics are taken with a pinch of salt. So, 49 games in all competitions, 11 goals, 7 assists. Right, so let me break this down for you now, because if you look at that, you're going, do you know what? For someone who's probably 6'6" or 6'4" or whatever he is, it's brilliant. You know, target man, yeah, it's sound, it's brilliant, yeah. Right, I'm going to break this down. 8 of the 11 goals are coming in the Turkish Super League. 1's coming in the Europa League. 1's coming in the EFL Cup. And the other one is coming in the Turkish Cup. He's registered 1 assist in the Premier League, 4 in the Turkish Super League, 1 in the FA Cup, and the other one in the EFL Cup. So he scored 0 goals in the Premier League. So, unless you can play to his strengths, for me, he's not worth £10 million. The only thing that shows that he's worth £10 million is the fact that he's a Dutch international striker that features internationally, but I don't think he's going to feature internationally for them, because there's probably better options out there, you know. And yeah, statistics don't speak volumes, if I'm honest. But let me know what you think about Walt Weghorst. Would he be a good player to bring into Everton Football Club? For me, you've got to create chances, and we don't create enough chances, so there's probably other chances to look elsewhere, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me know what you think about that one in the comments section down below. So Everton are one of many names who are looking to sign winger Amad Diallo on loan from Manchester United. Now Diallo is a player that I can get behind. He can play centre forward, he can play right wing, he can play attacking mid, he can play right midfield. You know, he's got a lot of greatness about him. But my only concern about that one is the fact of he didn't really do it for Leeds in aspects, but he's done it for Sunderland. Now, Ellis Sims done it for Sunderland and came back but wasn't good enough to even feature for Everton under Sean Dyche. Now, statistically wise, I'm going to show you that he's played 37 games in the Championship, scored 13 goals and registered 3 assists. So he is probably a predominantly right winger if you look at that. And is that saying, going back to saying, well, you know, Sean Dyche probably looking to play in a 4-3-3? Maybe, possibly. But he scored 14 goals in all competitions, registering 4 assists. And yeah, that's enough on that. He's a very young player still. You know, he's a young player, 20 years of age, right winger. Is he worth it? Possibly if it's a loan deal, but then you know what you always say, never fall in love with a loan player, and we did with Connor Cody towards the end. So, you know, would Amad Diallo be someone that you'd be looking to sign on loan? Or would there be a permanent incoming that you don't? You know what, I'd rather have someone permanently to fulfill that right wing position. Let me know in the comments section down below. And we'll move on into another incoming that's been rumoured, which is also another Sunderland player. So another incoming that's been rumoured is a permanent signing. Right. But let me put it how it's been reported. Everton are among 4 clubs who are interested in the most demand forward in the Championship in 22-year-old Jack Clarke. The other teams interested are Crystal Palace, Burnley and Brentford. It's been reported that offers north of 15 million will prompt a conversation. This has been reported by the Liverpool Echo, so we'll take that with a pinch of salt, by the way. 4. 22 years of age, 11 goals and 13 assists in all competitions. He's played 50 games for Sunderland, 45 in the Championship, 2 in the playoffs and 3 in the FA Cup. He scored 9 goals in the Championship, in the league, and registered 11 assists. My only downfall with this though, right, so everything, you know, he's a very good player, an explosive player. My only downfall with this is the fact that he's a left-sided player. He's played left midfield, left wing, can play attacking midfield, centre forward, but why would we need Jack Clarke whilst we've got Dwight McNeil? It makes no sense for me going forward. So it's a transfer I'd say no to for now. And you're probably saying, Jeffa, you're out of your mind. Listen, I'd rather get the starting 11 right and win games than signing players to go some, like, you know, just to sit on the bench and not work. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. You know, you'd have Jack Clarke, you'd have Damari Gray, you'd have Dwight McNeil. Listen, this transfer is something that doesn't make sense to me, and unless Damari Gray's departing and Jack Clarke's probably willing to sit on the bench for the first few games of the next season, then it's a, you know, a transfer that I couldn't see happening. But let me know your thoughts on that one also in the comments section down below. It's a very controversial one as well. But we're moving on into another transfer that's also an incoming actually. So according to the Mail Sport, Everton and West Ham are both interested in Nottingham Forest winger Brennan Johnson, and the fee is rumoured to be around, well, Forest have valued him at 40 million, so if it's any rumours on the fee, it will be £40 million. Now he's 22 years of age. This one makes a lot more sense. I'd rather have Brennan Johnson on a permanent deal than Amad Diallo on a loan deal. Don't get me wrong, very young player, Welsh international. He can also play right wing, right midfield, you know, as a striker. We've seen him as a striker as well. 38 appearances, 8 goals, 3 assists in a very poor Nottingham Forest team. But you can't really do much when your team's making 30 signings in a season. So, you know, you've got to look at it that way. He's played 5 times in the EFL Cup, registered 2 goals. So he's 10 goals in all competitions, 3 assists, 7 yellow cards. Make of it what you will. Statistically, he's good. Seeing him play, he's good as well. But yeah, let me know what you'd rate that transfer out of 10 as well. Brennan Johnson to Everton. But, tell you now, would not be for £40 million. I can tell you that for free. Let me know on your thoughts. on that one in the comment section down below as well. But for me, I'd take Brennan Johnson at around £25 million. I think that's probably fair enough. I think the fact the Forest value him at 40 probably states a lot and probably shows a lot as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one as well in the comment section down below. But that is it in terms of the rumour transfers and things like that. I'm going to speculate a transfer of my own. And let me know your thoughts on this one as well. So, I'll be showing you guys in just a second. So the latest transfer rumour which is coming from myself is none other than centre midfielder Gustavo Hamer from Coventry City. The Dutch international has scored 11 goals and registering 10 assists in all competitions. 9 of them goals and 10 assists coming from the Championship. He scored 2 goals in the playoffs. And yeah, he can play defensive midfield, centre midfield, attacking midfield, but he looks very explosive and he can strike a ball as well. So yeah, Gustavo Hamer looking to be in the Premier League as well. Is this a route that you'd like to see? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, what would your reporter fees be on Gustavo Hamer as well? Let me know in the comment section down below on that one as well. I'd say around 15 million, 10 million for Gustavo Hamer. Coventry City are going to probably value him around 25 million. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. Gustavo Hamer to Everton, would it happen? So this has been all the reported transfer news and rumours in just in one video so far. Let me know your thoughts on this, and would you like to see more reports on transfer news and rumours for Everton? So if you do, smash the like button. Let me know that you want to see more, and we'll build it up on that one and move it forward as much as possible for you guys. But if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe and tap that bell for more notifications for as and when I do upload. I shall see you guys on another video.